I'm Phyllis from the Doll Corner, and welcome back. I would like to show you how I sew buttons on. Very quick and easy way of doing it, and it works really well. Please subscribe, touch the bell to be notified when I get my next video up, and I want to talk to you about my basic doll patterns. They're doll patterns from size 5-6 inches to 23, 24, and different styles of dolls like baby dolls and fashion dolls and everything in between almost, and a lot of directions on how to put your dolls clothing together. So if you're interested, just email me for a copy. I have it on Etsy, but it's a download. So when you download it, then you have to print it off. And not everybody has access to a printer right at this time. So just, I could post it to you if you're interested in it, all made up. But now back to the buttons. Today, I used to do a lot of tops for my daughters as well as myself, and with buttons down the front. So I would take my button and I would line it up if I wanted the holes to go this way or if I wanted them to go sideways. And I just put a little bit of tape on, put them in the exact spot that I wanted them to go. Oops. That didn't work very well. Made my tape too long. Let's tape it. And we'll put a variety of buttons on. And I found a lot of the buttons have the same size hole. Like these are all different, and I think they're all the same size holes. And I'm using black thread so you can see it. And this one is a double, 4 holes in it. And you can sew them on just as easy. You can sew them on going this way. You can sew them on the diagonal, just however you want to sew it. But I'm just going to put it on straight on. Now what I do is I set my machine, I lower my feed dogs, and I go to my zigzag stitch, and my length stitch, I put it to 0, and for my cross stitch back and forth, I go to whatever. It says 4 on mine, but that can change with different machines. So whatever, and how you adjust it, you set your needle and you go up and down. And once it goes up and down, I usually go about 3 times with my hand, and then I just sew. And then I move it to my next one. And I check it again just to make sure, because you could break a needle pretty easily if you're off. Because I know, because I've done it. I haven't got that quite right. But when you're Maybe this one has a wee bit different. No, I just didn't have it lined up right. And this one I don't have on right. That one's a little hard to see. I'll take that one off and I'll do this one. Now this is the one with the 4. Tangled up. Now you can take and tie those in a knot, but I don't think, and I have done this for a long time, just snip the threads off. And I don't think I've ever had a button come off. And then just take the tape off. And there they are. Now if you wanted to sew one on, you see this is the double. That's the double one, and these are the single ones. And if you wanted to sew one on with the buttons, the holes going the opposite way, you can do that too. This one's a dark one. I may have trouble seeing the... So if you had a row going this way, you'd just slide your fabric going this way. So I sewed 5 buttons on there pretty quickly. They're not even, but they're just a practice run. So it's kind of fun to do. Just sit down, practice sewing some buttons on, and you'll find out how easy it really is to do it. And it's easy enough that if you just had one button to sew on and you had your machine going, you'd do it by machine as opposed to hand. Unless you enjoy hand sewing and have the time to do it. I find my hands don't work as well as they used to. So I find hand sewing doesn't work as well with me, so I like to use my machine every way I can possibly use it. And I don't know whether I mentioned, there is a pressure foot for sewing buttons on. I don't have it. I used to have one, and somehow or other, a few years ago, it disappeared. And so I've just been using my ordinary pressure foot to do it. The clear one works best because, or an open-toed one, so you can really see where the holes are. So don't forget to subscribe, touch the bell. And if you're interested in my book at all, be sure and email me and I'll email me, and I can get a copy out to you. And thanks for watching. Bye now.